Translate the words into an algebraic expression or equation. 5 2/10 is equal to -2 times the sum, so that's a grouping word, of x and 3. Work through problems 1 through 3 to rewrite those using algebraic expressions or equations if it tells you that it needs an equal sign. In your book on page 339, there are some inequality or equation cards that you will be cutting out and gluing or taping into your workbook. There should be an open space provided or a blank page from the previous lesson that you can glue them onto. If not, you can just sort them into 2 different categories, one being inequalities and the other being equations. Let's read through these together. Lily and some friends are in a conference room when 5 adults join them. If the room holds at most 15 people, how many of Lily's friends could have been in the room? So that phrase "at most" indicates that will use an inequality for solving that problem. The Mamba roller coaster has 36 seats. Dylan sees 3 empty seats. How many people are riding the roller coaster? This would be an equation. Angles A and angle B are supplementary. The measure of angle A is 80 degrees, and the measure of angle B is x plus 7 degrees. Solve for x. That would be an equation. There's only one value that angle B can equal. A rectangle has a width of 5 meters. The perimeter of the rectangle is at least 30 meters. That phrase indicates we will use an inequality. Students who need to practice their instruments for 120 minutes each week. Last week, Vic practiced his instrument for at least 20 more minutes than required. How long could Vic have practiced? That is an inequality. Yu-Yan wants to purchase 60 thank you cards. There are 12 cards per pack. How many packs does she need? That would be an equation. For problems 1 through 6, describe how to change the situation so it can be modeled by an inequality instead of an equation. Or if it is an equation, how it would be instead written as an inequality. And explain your reasoning. So this first one about the room holding at most 15 people, the way we would change it from an inequality to an equation is to say that the room now has 15 people in it. That would give an exact amount for how many is in the room. So that would be an equation. The Mamba roller coaster has 36 seats. Dylan sees 3 empty seats. How many people are riding the roller coaster? That was an equation. If we wanted to change it to an inequality, we could say he sees at least 3 empty seats. How many people could be riding? And then we would solve it, and there would be multiple options because there's 3 or more empty seats. These two are supplementary. The measure of angle A is 80, and the measure of this is x plus 7. Now, we could either change angle A is at most 80 or less than 80. We could also change it from saying supplementary to saying it is less than or equal to 180 degrees. If we said that the sum, changing this part, the sum of angle A and angle B is less than or equal to that would give us a range of possible values for angle B. 4. A rectangle has a width of 5 meters. The perimeter of the rectangle is at least 30 meters. If we just said that it is 30 meters, then it would be an equation. Five, students need to practice their instrument for 120 minutes each week. Last week, Vic practiced his instrument for, if we get rid of that phrase, at least, and just say 20 minutes more than required, how long did Vic practice? That would be an equation. Yu Yan wants to purchase 60 thank you cards. There are 12 cards per pack. How many packs does she need? That has one possible answer, but if we change it to say she wants to purchase 60 or more thank you cards, how many packs does she need to purchase? Then there's a range. She could purchase this much or extra. For problems 7 through 10, write a context that can be modeled with the given inequality. So this is where you get to write the story problem. X is less than or equal to 3. It sounds something like this. My sister is 3 years old. My brother is the same age or younger. How old is my brother? Or how old can my brother be? This one, it looks like they have 4 of this. So you could say, I bought 4 packs of pencils and paid more than $15. How much could each pack cost? Here it could be that you had 3 friends and they went to the circus. They each bought a ticket. but had one $8 coupon. Together they spend at least $24. How much could each ticket cost? This one could sound like we need to spend less than $40. We bought a backpack for $14.75. A binder for $12.25, and multiple folders for $2 each. How many folders can we buy without going over budget? Please make sure your warm-up is finished and your workbook is filled in for lesson 23. Check back for module 4